Hello, this is Michael Stolaire again, founder and CEO of both EHI and Titanium, bringing you up to speed on what's transpired this past week with Team Titanium and the Titanium community. Welcome to another episode of Titanium This Week. Thanks to all of you who have been busting your tails up until this point. It has not gone unnoticed. The marketing team has done a stellar job, and this past week our development team took it to an entirely new level. We've also increased our team size by more than 15% in 1 week, and that growth will keep occurring. We will be implementing a software development methodology called Agile, which is known to optimize results, and teams of developers surrounding the globe will be built so that when the sun goes down in North America but rises in another part of the world, the North American team will effectively hand the baton over to the next team, and so on, so that 24/7, 365, the sun will never set on Titanium development, and we will have the most efficient and effective software development team on the planet. Also, my sincere thanks to the Titanium community and bar purchasers who have been incredibly resilient, patient, and understanding in believing in this project and in me. We started getting our first complaints from customers this week because we simply couldn't keep up with the Titanium bar orders. I'm sorry for the inconvenience this caused, but let's face it, this is the kind of complaint that I can live with. We've already raised over $3 million, and we have our ICO's automatic payment system set up to accept virtually any currency and exchange it for Ethereum to feed into our smart contract for the Titanium bar. This is another first for the Titanium team. No other ICO has ever done this, but we did. Importantly, it took 3 weeks for us to raise the first $2 million, but only 1 more week to raise another $1 million. We're now getting over 200 emails an hour. We have had a minimum of 5 new 6-digit bar purchasers. The momentum is obviously with us, and I'll do everything in my power to keep that momentum gathering. Our online community in Telegram, Discord, Twitter, and Facebook has doubled in the past week. Every dollar matters. Every bar matters, and every customer matters. I had the pleasure of speaking to dozens of Titanium clients this week, located around the world, and the tradition of customer being the most important thing that has been adopted by Titanium. I spoke to people who purchased 100 bars and some that purchased over 100,000, and they were all treated the same way, except for the 75,000 bar transaction from Belgium that I handled, and I was getting a haircut. I got some chocolate and beer as a bonus on that one. In fact, looking back, hundreds of thousands of bars were purchased during my infamous morning runs in the Hollywood Hills. I could go on, and only wish you could have heard all the stories I've been able to hear about first-time ICO purchasers and first-time crypto purchasers that are inspired to dive in because of this project. One important answer to a question I get all the time: how can I help the Titanium project? It's easy. Everyone on the team, all bar purchasers, and everyone in the Titanium community, no matter who they are and what they're doing, can contribute by continuing to tell everyone they know about the Titanium project and purchasing bars, both in person and through every social media outlet you know. So again, to recap, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your colleagues, tell your enemies, and tell complete strangers about the Titanium project. I've got more great news. Approximately 1 hour before filming, I received confirmation that articles about Titanium will be published any second now in Entrepreneur Magazine and on Business.com, with others coming in the Q and CIO Magazine, TechCrunch, and Forbes. The second time Forbes has featured us in less than a month. I hope everyone enjoyed a tremendous holiday season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. However, because of you, 4 people had an especially good Christmas this year, and that would be Titanium community member Ed Wilson, his wife, and 2 boys. Ed tried to give me his last $20 to purchase bars, but I refused to take it. I told him I'd give the bars to him. Then I found out he was a disabled military veteran and that his family hasn't celebrated Christmas for years, as no one would give him a decent job or a decent salary. It seems a lot of people have forgotten that people like Ed are heroes. And without them, risking their lives daily, we would not be safe, we would not have any liberty, and we would not have any freedom. I find this disgusting and pathetic, frankly. So Titanium helped Ed and his family. I got a charity fund together, the same second, and we raised enough money to create the biggest and best Christmas his family ever had, because of you. Finally, Ed doesn't have to worry about a job anymore. I also found out he's a server administrator, and I hired him on the spot. He starts working this week for me and for you. There's a catch to the deal, though. Ed has to find another disabled veteran to help next year and give Christmas to his family. So following up on that, I've got an important announcement. Soon, the Titanium Foundation will be announced, and our priority mission will be assisting disabled veterans who cannot work, getting disabled veterans and military veterans jobs who can work, and supporting current military personnel, police officers, firemen, EMTs, and first responders that are not getting whatever they need to live optimal lives. These people risk their lives every day to keep us safe, and without them, we would not have our freedom and liberty. They need the best we can give them, and so we will. Ed told me there's no VA hospital in his area, and they don't even have a GI doctor in the hospital that he could get to. They also seem to be mediocre and are treating symptoms instead of fixing Ed permanently, so he's not in and out of the hospital 10 or 20 times a year. So maybe Titanium has to build that hospital in Nebraska. Then Ed and military personnel like him will finally get what they deserve from America, the very best. We'll be starting up offices in several major cities around the world, starting right here in Los Angeles, most likely in the Santa Monica area, which has turned into a Silicon Valley of sorts. When those offices do spin up, we're going to raise the bar in terms of transparency and install ultra-high definition webcams in those offices so you can hear and see exactly what Team Titanium is doing 24/7. That's right, pretty soon there'll be a streaming Titanium cam. But most importantly, in closing, I want to make sure that no one feels like we've crossed the finish line yet. Although we've had success so far, we're just getting started. And our next objective is the $35 million that we need to raise in our ICO. That's the focus, and that's my focus. And that needs to be the top priority for everyone in the next month or two. To use an old cliche, this is a marathon and not a sprint. Sure, we might sell out in a week, but it could go the distance. So we need everyone to endure, be tenacious, and persist until our ultimate objective is achieved. If you need help, we're here for you. I'm here for you. No one is too important not to get involved, and that includes me. That's why I'm on the front lines every single day, getting my hands dirty and exuding a work ethic that I hope leads by example. This concludes the second edition of This Week in Titanium. We're just getting started, so look for even more exciting news in next week's video. With that said, this is Michael Stolaire, wishing you a pleasant morning, day, or evening, wherever you are, and best wishes for an even better tomorrow.